Hello everybody, welcome back to more art streams. I didn't stream last Wednesday, I don't think. I think something came up. And you know what? Today's stream might also be a little hard for me, I will admit. I accidentally cut my finger on my dominant hand, and I got it all bandaged up now. But it might make it hard for me to accurately articulate my drawings here. We'll see. But today we are working on some animation keyframing. So I'm just gonna kind of block out what I want the idea for the animation to be. Just get like, you know, a general sense. And we are using the same storyboard that we used in a different stream. So if anyone remembers this storyboard frame that I drew, I decided I'm gonna animate the whole thing fully. Not necessarily to the same parameters as what I drew here, but you know, same basic idea, right? Same basic idea. So, you know, Max is gonna be watching the butterfly fly over. I kind of have an idea of, there we go. I kind of have an idea of that piece of the animation being at the very end, which I already kind of have drawn out here, but I kind of want him to be like, I don't know, I want him to kind of like bounce into frame a little bit. So like, if we did, oh my gosh, this is already becoming very hard with my bandaged up hand, but you know, if we just draw like a general Max shape, right? A general Max shape. Like, this is Max, okay? I want him to kind of just like, I want him to like kind of bounce into frame, and then he sits down, and then he watches the butterfly go over. I think that would be kind of the thing to do. Gar, hello, welcome in. I'm doing good, except for my, again, poorly bandaged finger, but I'm excited to do some actual animating. I mean, okay, so in the stream title, it says, you know, my very first animation, which is a little bit of a lie. This is not technically my first animation, but this is my first, like, real attempt, I should say. Because, you know, I did all those bouncy ball assignments, where I'm, like, animating, like, a ball, and it's, you know, bounces on the floor. You know, I did those, and I've done, like, 2-frame animations before, where it's just, like, you know, a character kind of just, like, bouncing up and down, or, you know. very, very bare bone stuff, but this is gonna be an actual full-fledged thing, which is gonna be really cool, if not a lot of work. So this assignment's not due until December 5th, but I really want to do a good job on it, and I really want to make something special here. So we're gonna try our best to do something really cool, but you know, also within my, we'll say, level of skill, because goodness gracious, I am not an animator. I'm gonna do my best, but I'm not an animator. So but yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. Why are you injuring yourself? Well, it happened like, I don't know, like an hour ago. Like it wasn't super long ago. And I slammed my hand down onto my desk, but the side of my pinky caught the like apparently very sharp edge of my keyboard and just took out a chunk of my finger. Not like a grotesque chunk, but a sizable chunk. Like there's a hole there. So I had to bandage it up, but it's very hard to you know, hold a pen when one of your fingers on your dominant hand is now not able to bend because there's a band-aid right on the joint. I didn't injure myself on purpose, it just happened. Yeah, I took a chunk out of myself. You know, it'd be funny if I like added a little band-aid onto like my hand for my PNG tuber. But that'd be more work than I'm willing to do. It'd be funny though. It'd be funny. You wouldn't even really see it because the pinky finger's kind of obscured in my little hand thing here, but it'd be funny. Anyway, so yeah, like, here's the thing, right? It's like, I could just do this animation where it's just like, I just do these like bottom frames. And I haven't drawn the butterfly in, right? But it's like the butterfly would be like here in this one, and then he'd be like like there in that one. Then he'd be over here, and then he would be gone in the next frame. So it's like, in theory, I could just do this, but I feel like for the assignment, this motion is going to be very like smooth, because it's going to be really slow, right? Because butterflies are not fast. So this motion, even though here I have it as just 4 like little keyframes, it's probably going to be like 40 frames because it'll be so slow. Because, you know, the butterfly, it's got to like, it'll flutter like up and down across the whole screen very slowly. So I gotta do that, and then I have to animate his head very slowly turning through this curve, which I plan on kind of doing the Flintstones model for this, where basically I'll draw the body, and then the body will stay completely still throughout the whole thing, and then just the head will move. And I say the Flintstones thing because a lot of those Hanna-Barbera era animations, they would do the same thing, where they would often only draw the head moving, and this is why a lot of characters from that era, they usually have like some kind of like neck collar. Even if they're not wearing any other like clothes, they'll have this neck collar to have that separation between the actual moving part and the non-moving part, so it's easier to animate. Obviously Max is not going to be wearing a collar, but the same principles apply to what I'm going to be doing here. I'm hoping for Ralts on 102. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember. We were talking about your Emerald run off stream, Gar. I can't remember when I did my monologue if I was allowed to scout for encounters or if it was just like whatever ground type I found first was the one we had to take on that route. I can't remember. That ground type monologue was so long ago. I can very barely remember details about it. All I remember is that it was a nightmare. That I couldn't beat my own challenge. Because not only was it like a monologue, but like I had a challenge wheel on top of it, and I could not beat my own challenge. I want to do a similar concept. You chose Psychic, Dav chose Bug. Yeah, it's like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Psychic doesn't have that many types to choose from in Gen 3. Is Claydol and Baltoy Gen 3? I think they are, right? I think they are. Maybe they're Gen 4? I don't know. I feel like Psychic doesn't have as many diversity of Pokemon as, like, you know, grass or water or whatever. They are Gen 3? Okay, cool. I thought they were. They're pretty good. They're pretty good Psychic types. I like the best Psychic type. Like, one of my faves is Reniculus, but that's Gen 5, so no Reniculus for you, I guess, Gar. Very sad indeed. Let me pull up. Do I have like a, yeah. I kind of just, oh gosh, these are really old drawings of Max now. I've drawn Max so many times, it's not even funny. You'd think I would have like his anatomy in my head just forever ingrained, but I still want like references. I feel like I should make a new reference sheet of Max with like a the like a turnable, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like when they do they'll have like a character sheet and there'll be like the ground, and then you'll do like, you know, you'll do like a side view, and then you'll do the front view, and like a 3/4 view. Like, I feel like that's what I need to do with Max. Just so that I can know what he's gonna look like from every angle consistently. Because, I don't know, he's such a blob shape, right? It's like, he's circle. Every part of him is circle, and I feel like I never draw him, like, exactly consistently every time. And if I'm gonna do an animation, he needs to be on model. I feel like that's important. So, I don't know. I think I could run into Metadite before the second gym. On the Route 102, there's a 4% chance of Ralts and a 1% chance of Surskit. I can get Surskit later on, but not Ralts. Well, hopefully you get Ralts. I feel like, honestly, Gardevoir kind of just solos, right? Like, Gardevoir solos Gen 3. Gardevoir is so powerful. It's kind of crazy. Like, if you build Gardevoir right, she can kind of just solo the whole thing. I feel like that was a problem with my ground type monologue, is like all the good ground types were not in the game that I was playing. They were in gold and not silver. And then, like, ground also just has so many weaknesses. Like, obviously Psychic also has its weaknesses, but I feel like ground is more susceptible to a lot of gyms. Gardevoir does not solo. Powerful, just not solo material. That, I wonder, there's gotta be people who have done that, right? Where they've done a solo lock, if you will, of just using just one Pokemon throughout the whole game, like you would have to hack it in, right? Like you can hack in any Pokemon you want, but you can only use that one Pokemon to beat the entire game. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting thing. I would be down to do something like that someday. But I have way too many series going on right now, so don't ask me to do that right now. I have way too much stuff going on. I'm glad neither of you picked Dragon or Ice. Oh yeah, those ones would be kind of hard to get, huh? Dragon and Ice are kind of types I usually don't get towards like the end of the game. So yeah, that'd be hard. That'd be hard. And Ice just sucks. Like, it's by far the worst type in the entire game. It's like, you would think Ice types would be like defensive walls, but they keep making every single Ice type the most frail Pokemon you've ever seen. It's like, Pokemon Company, please stop making Ice types like glass cannons. Like, it's okay if you do that once in a while, but like, I feel like the Ice type is meant to be a defensive type, and it's just not. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Dragon wouldn't be too bad, but those would take a bit to get. Trapinch and Swablu wouldn't be too far in. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Trapinch's so good. I love Trapinch. You guys remember when I did that Trapinch drawing? Freaking awesome. I don't know if Pokemon... I don't think they're gonna do it this year. They'll probably do it next year. It's like every 2 years or so they do that Pokemon illustration contest. Like, this is the one I did for 2024, which... I love this illustration. I'm so sad I didn't make it through the first round of elimination, because I thought this was really good. Like, maybe I could, like, push, like, the pose a little bit more, make it a little more dynamic. But I love the Trapinch I drew in the corner, because he's, like, looking up at the Flygon, like, wow! He's got the sparkle in his eye, like, it's so cute! But apparently, the Pokemon Company did not think it was cute, so screw you, Pokemon Company. I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. Alright. Let's actually focus on what I'm supposed to be doing here now, though. It's been 20 minutes and I haven't actually drawn anything, so... Hey, yo, where did that butterfly I drew? I accidentally deleted it. Okay, well, that's fine. I can draw it again. It's literally just, you know, a couple circles. It's like not... It's not like drawing a butterfly is super hard. There we go, butterfly. You know, I'll draw like the little things. Nah. That's fine. Butterfly. And then, I'm gonna have to also look up, I think, like, what butterflies look like in motion. To try to get like a more accurate, you know, look at the animation of it. But right now, that's not important. Right now, we're just blocking in keyframes. It does not matter right now, whatsoever. Trapinch in your picture is much older than the Flygon? Why do you say that? Why do you what says that? The whole point of like my Trapinch Flygon illustration was like the Trapinch is like so excited to evolve and become a Flygon one day, and it's like, wow, look at that. That's what I'm gonna be when I grow up. That's what I think. That was my intention when I drew it. Just to be a bit of a twist, yeah. Yeah, no, actually, that Flygon is the kid of the Trapinch, and they're just like, wow, look at my little boy all grown up. It is funny though, because it's like you really think about evolution kind of correlating to age, and it doesn't. Like, age does not necessarily correlate to anything with Pokemon. Because there was like that one episode of the anime with like the really old Trico, right? I think so. I think I remember that correctly. Evolution stage is not indicative of age. Yeah. It's just indicative of power, right? So doesn't necessarily mean age. No, it does not. Okay. Let's see. How do we want to draw this? See, the thing with this assignment too is like you're supposed to do like the blocking and then the keyframes, and it's like I feel like those are like the same kind of thing though. Like, I don't know what, it feels like the same kind of step. I guess it's just like a refining of the blocking. Like, Max's head is also not like a perfect sphere. It's kind of got an egg shape to it. Got the Ralts. Nice. Am I drawing this? Oh my god, I'm drawing it on the background layer. Good thing I realized that. Stop. Undo. Okay. Redo. Whoops. I also, like, we need to keep in mind, like, what the where did what the garbage, okay? I'm like, where did my stuff go? I'm making every mistake right now. Just don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, that's about the same size. I just want to make sure everything's the same size for when so it's consistent. Can do more of that kind of refining in the actual keyframe stage, but right now the blocking stage is like close enough is close enough, right? Just realized how glad I'm not doing psychic only. Rolled Psychic is only level 4. Just beat it some rare candies, it's fine. Toad's fine. Or are you doing the real way to do a Nuzlocke? You're not using rare candies. See, it's like, I think not using rare candies is respectable, but I use rare candies when I stream because it's like, no one wants to watch us grind for hours. Like, how boring. So it's like, I am very glad that we decided that rare candies were an okay thing to do. Ralts only knows Growl until level 6. Yeah, see, that's another reason why we have rare candies, because it's like, yeah, you can't damage anything with only Growl, so you would kind of soft lock yourself. It would not be okay. So I'll have like Max like joyfully have his like eyes closed. I don't like this back ear. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that I'm not loving. Can I just do the cheat and copy and paste this ear? Can I just do the cheaty thing? Is that okay with everybody? That's okay with me. You know what? As long as it's okay with me, that's what matters. I should just draw like Max's like whole body here actually. And then I can just kind of edit it as need be. Tail all curled upwards. Happy donkey has happy curly tail. Maybe move his head back a little bit here. See, should we do his legs kind of like in a point? I want him to like bunny hop, you know? So I want it to be like, his legs will be like this. And then they'll kind of come in like this. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. Because I think the movement would be him coming into frame. His legs would be kind of together like this. And then as he comes down, well, I should draw it like this. So he's like up in the air like this. And say this is the floor. comes down onto the floor. Bends the legs. And then shoots back up. Back towards the straightened pose. So like that. I think so. I think that makes sense. His legs are a little long here. I think this works. The bug typing saving this run. Bugs are the best. Bugs are bug type underappreciated. Honestly, underappreciated. Freaking love me a good bug. I feel like, should I block out like I guess we can do more in-depth blocking later. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. This is just the interim sketches. Would you consider a Cascoon different than a Silcoon? Yes, I would. They evolve into two different separate evolution lines. I would consider them different. Also, usually when you're doing like Nuzlockes, the kind of rule of thumb about like duplicate Pokemon is like you can have a dupe's claws, but you don't necessarily have to conform to it, because we do that all the time in the Quad Zone Link, where it's like, oh, this is dupes, I don't want another Baniri, right? So it's like you don't have to catch it. But if you come across a Gible, you're like, oh, well, I can catch that, right? Dupe's Claws is there for your own, like, preference, I guess. It's like, you can choose to skip if it's a dupes, but you don't have to skip. It's only an option. That's how we treat Dupe's Claws. It's not a hard, fast thing. So we're just gonna do some blocking here. I feel like for the motion here, it would be better if his legs were bent. When he's like jumping into frame. And then for this one, like his legs would go out straight. Like he would put weight on the front first, and his back legs would not be totally on the ground yet. I also feel like the weight of him landing would make his head come forward a little bit. That just makes sense to me. So we'll kind of draw this in. Down a little bit. So you jump, land. I feel like his back legs need to be a little up more. jump, land, landing, and then landed here. And then his mouth will be closed on this frame. There's gonna be some squash here. I feel like he lands, his tail would go like up more. This will be all easier to kind of plan out once I'm in the actual animation software, because then I can kind of use the onion skinning to really see how the motion looks. But for now, it's just simple blocking. So again, doesn't gotta be perfect. A little bit here. Like this is like so off model. Surskit's not available in Emerald? Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now I do, I guess. Okay, there we go. So, that's something, right? So, zoom in a little bit here. So he's jumping into frame, comes down, then he's coming back up. The next part is gonna be the hard part, because I want him to, like, turn around. I want him to flip a U. to sit down. You know what? I might not even need all of these. Like, I drew 16 like keyframe blocking points, but I don't even know if I need all 16. Might just not be necessary. I don't think I've ever drawn Max from this angle before. It's gonna be very tough, actually. That's the rough kind of shape I want to go for. Ooh, this is rough. This is rough, chat. Actually, I don't like it. I guess I could justify it by saying you're only gonna see this frame for like a couple like milliseconds. So it's like, no, I don't like it, but you're not really gonna see it. And again, I can clean it up later. I keep focusing on perfection. I can clean it up later. Why did I choose character animation? Why have I done this to myself? I could have not done character animation. Art of Max wearing a tie, right? Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. I am obsessed with the little donkey. I am. Yeah, I drew Max in a little bow tie before. Kinda cute. It's an old drawing of him, but I have done it. As a bow tie, I mean tie. The bow tie is a tie. It is a type of tie. A regular tie, I have not. I'd like to see Max wearing a red tie with a DK symbol on it. You know, I don't know if Max can play video games. I don't know if he would know what DK is. He's got no fingers. Kind of hard to hold a controller. You know what though? The old style arcade games that just have like the joystick and then like the 2 buttons. Max could do that. Max could play the old style arcade games. Which DK did have an old style arcade game, so you know, that works, yeah. I actually have the original Donkey Kong machine in my house. I have Donkey Kong, I have Pac-Man, I have Galaga, and I have Street Fighter? Yeah. Donkey Kong, cause he's a donkey. He is, you know, he is the donkey. The Donkey Kong. Just draw him like a little tie. There you go. Donkey Kong. Let's copy and paste this. Gotta have as a reference. I think I want to bring this a little farther over. kind of have him spinning on his back legs. And then have him sit down fully. This works. Yeah, so I think I don't even need these extra frames. We just move everything down. Yeah, I feel like all of this can go. Kind of simplify things a little bit here. That makes sense, I think. I do think. I'm going to select the inside of all of these boxes. I'm going to put a white backdrop on it. And then I want to color in all of the inside of Max on all the frames so that it's easy to see. I don't have all the background overlay. You can only choose between Illumise and Volby on the same route. Volby has 1%, Illumise 18%. Is there a, like, difference in the stats and abilities of Volbeat versus Illumise? I actually don't know. Like, I feel like they're the exact same Pokemon. They might have different abilities. I mean, it would make sense. But it feels like they're basically carbon copies of one another. I wouldn't know, though. I've never personally used Illumise or Volbeat in a playthrough for, I think, obvious reasons. I don't think they're very competitively viable, and their designs are not also super appealing to me, so I don't have them on my team for cuteness. And if they're not cute and they're not powerful, it's like, I don't really want you on the team, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's anything worthy here. Volbeat has a higher attack stat. Illumise has higher special attack. Well, I feel like, and again, I don't know, but I feel like Illumise and Volbeat would be special attackers. I might be wrong, but that's just how they feel like they would be. I've never been good at, like, you know, Pokemon stats and abilities. And I just pick people on my crew because I want them on my crew, you know? It's like, I'm never like, oh yeah, I have a type disadvantage here. I need to fill in a type gap. Like, nah, I'm like, I want Garchomp because Garchomp's cool. Like, that's how I pick my teams. I don't know about y'all. That's how I pick my teams. Well, at least when I'm playing by myself. If I'm playing in a team environment, I guess I gotta pay attention to it a little bit more so I don't screw over the rest of the team. But yeah. I don't give it too much thought. Like, the only ability I know is, like, I'm pretty sure Adamant ability is up special, or not up special, up attack stat. I think that's what Adamant is. That's the ability I know. Pretty sure. Could be wrong though, honestly. Could be wrong. Not super confident in that answer. I have been getting, we'll say, better at Pokemon battling and stuff. You know, I'm not the weak link I once was. I'm still not a Nuzlocke expert, but I'm not the weak link I once was, which I feel like is improvement. And improvement is something. Improvement's something. I'll take any form of improvement. Okay, guys. How do we feel about this? I feel like it's a good start to the idea of what we want to do for our animation. I feel like it's a very good start. We obviously have a long way to go, but it's a good start. Illumise has Oblivious ability, so immune to attraction, and Volbeat either has Illuminate or Swarm. Yes, I feel like Swarm's a pretty good ability, right? Swarm's pretty good. I don't know about Illuminate. But yeah, I feel like Swarm's good. Okay, is there... Gosh. I have never been good about knowing anything about Clip Studio Paint's animation stuff. Like, I know that there is an animation tool in this software, but I've never used it before. I kind of just want to put all of my things together just to see how they look. That's kind of what I want to do. Also, I think for this, I want his head to be down more. That way, when the butterfly comes into frame and he looks up, it's a little bit more of a noticeable movement. That's pretty good. Here's what I'll do. Let's save this. Let's edit the canvas size. We're gonna save each of these as individual little frames so I can put them into the animation software, and then I can kind of see how they look when they're, you know, actually playing all in a row. And then I can kind of go from there. So we'll just go to save, PNG, and then we'll just, you know, like animation block 1. And then we'll just take all the layers, move it over. Animation 2. And so on and so forth for the next 12 little frames we have. Be like a little bit of jitter in the background because like it's not going to be absolutely perfect what we're doing here, but as long as I'm getting the general idea, that's all I feel like is important. Dusttalk is the better mod? What do you mean, like over Illumis, or you mean between Dusttalks and Beautifly? Like between the evolution line? Because those are separate things. Those are very separate things. I feel like Dusttalks is like such like a nothing burger of a Pokemon most of the time. But again, the bug Pokemon can be surprisingly useful in a Nuzlocke kind of situation because of their status moves. So, I don't know. Dusttalk's better than Beautifly? Yeah. I mean, neither of them are super good, if I'm being honest, but I'm not surprised that Dusttalks is more viable than Beautifly. there we go. Okay, so let's put all of these together now. So if I open After Effects, if After Effects wants to open, come on. I will say, I hate using Adobe software. The only reason I'm using it is because I have to, because that's what the industry standard is, so that's what my classes are teaching. Very much wish I could have learned Clip Studio Paint over After Effects, honestly, because Clip Studio Paint has a it has a thing. We'll just do new composition. Oh, my caps lock is on. Okay, and then we'll do 24 frames a second, 1920 by 1080 ratio. Yeah, that's all good, 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 good. Okay, so let's do this. So I'll change this now so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. So let's import some files. And drag them onto our... Ooh, hold on. Do I have to drag them individually? Is that what I have to do? And keep in mind, I have very little, I have very little After Effects knowledge. Why is this not working, by the way? Why are you guys not seeing the preview? That is so weird. What? Can I not capture After Effects? Because you guys should be seeing stuff on the screen, but nothing's happening? That is so weird. What? Hold on. Window capture. Capture. After Effects. Why is it not showing the preview? That makes no sense. It's like, why is this screen right here black? That is so weird. Okay, well, I don't know why it's doing that. Can't explain why it's showing absolutely nothing. Why is there a setting here that's called Select Children? What does that mean, After Effects? What does that mean? What the hell? That is a weird freaking weird thing. Okay, so how do I import these as like frames again? import multiple files, import all of our blocking. And then like if I just drag all these in here, it puts them all on different levels. Which I don't want them to be different like that. Discussing doing a soul link. Are you gonna do a soul link with Daff? You should totally do it. Soul links are fun. They're very fun. They're horrible, but they're fun. Okay. Transform. Fit to comp. Okay. You know what this would be easier in? You know what this would be easier in? Premiere Pro. This would be easier if I just put all the frames in Premiere Pro. 'Cause like, oh my god. I don't know how After Effects works. But I do know how Premiere Pro works. Yeah, Soul Link with Daff. Oh, do them on the same level as you and your comrades. Oh no, we're crazy. I would never recommend anyone do what we do. We're freaking nuts. It's like doing the Soul Link is already hard enough, but having the challenge wheels on top of it is just undeniably evil, in my opinion. It's just kind of evil. It's very difficile. We'll say that. Difficile. Okay, so now that I'm in Premiere Pro, will the window capture this? That's a question. That's a question. Alright, let's import our frames. And then, I don't know why Premiere Pro does this. But it doesn't import your frames in order, so I have to like manually drag them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it still doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't show you guys the preview. That's so weird. I don't know why that happens. It's too much to render out. Oh, that's cute though. Oh, that's cute though. Okay, hold on. Can I speed durate? Okay, we'll nest these things. And then speed duration. Oh, this is adorable. This is adorable. Okay, hold on. Export. Media. Yeah, export. Yes. Okay. Okay, can I show this on stream? Can I show this? Will my stream let me? Window capture. Okay, window capture I can't window capture the movies and TV. Maybe I can monitor capture? Maybe a monitor capture. Here we go, chat. I think I can show it to you now. I think I can show it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I love it. Guys, I love it so much. That's good. That's good. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be so good. Oh. No, I love it though. No, I love it though. Wait, I wasn't expecting it to be good. I wasn't expecting it to be good. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I feel like there's not much more work I can do on this today because, like, I really gotta sit down and learn After Effects, which is not something I can really do on stream. So that might be the end of our stream for the day, guys, but hey, I think we got good progress here today. I think we did. That is cool. That is cool. That is good. I'm just so happy. I don't know how else to express that. I'm just so happy with that. I wish I could continue streaming or working on it, but again, I gotta learn After Effects to really get into the nitty-gritty of, you know, really animating this. Now that I got a rough draft going, I have to really do this in After Effects, and that's gonna be such a slog. But yeah, that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy my little donkey, I don't know, keyframe animation blocking that we have done today. I think it's really cute. And I hope to do more animating soon. I do. I hope this is like a good milestone stepping stone for me to learning animation, you know? That would be my hope. That would be my hope. Because I've always wanted to learn animation, but I've never had the patience to learn. But now that I'm doing a class that kind of forces me to learn, you know? Makes it so that I actually have to do it. What are you doing for tea day exactly? Oh, you mean Thanksgiving? Just hanging out with the fam, you know, eating lots of food, watching football, typical American Thanksgiving stuff, I guess. Not much, but it will mean that I cannot stream on Thursday. So the Silksong stream, we're gonna move to Wednesday instead. So be prepared for a Wednesday stream for Silksong this week instead of normal Thursday. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Do an animation with 10 frames per second, just something to try. Well, I mean, it'll be a 24 frame animation, but I'll probably animate it on 2s, so it'll actually only really be 12 frames per second. This is like not, I don't even know what this is set to. I kind of just threw them in After Effects and made it go. But yeah, I'll probably animate on 2s and it'll be 12 frames per second, really, but it's 24 frames. Every frame will hold for 1 second. That's how I'll do this animation, because God knows I am not animating 24 full frames. That is not happening for me. I do not have the time at all for that. Not at all. But, yeah. That's my plan. I'll be 24 frames per second animating on 2s. And you know, I'll probably have like the background clouds kind of move ever so slightly as well. I feel like just to add a little bit of atmosphere in the background. They'll move very slowly. I will say that. They'll move very slowly. But just enough to give some visual interest, you know? But I think this is a very good start. But yeah, the stream for this week should be about normal except for Thursday. We'll do another art stream on Wednesday. We'll have our quad Soul Link tomorrow, and we'll do more Pokemon on Friday. So hopefully we all have good streams this week. That is what I'm looking forward to. Some good streamage. But yeah, that'll be it, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, though. Very good streams. We will be back again tomorrow for Quad Soul Link on my other channel, and then we'll be back here on this channel on Wednesday. Make sure you guys join the Discord for updates on when I go live. You can, also follow my socials, which I just linked down below. I post mostly on TikTok and Blue Sky. I've been doing a lot of art not on stream, too. I've been doing some stuff off stream, so if you guys want to see all the art I do, you gotta make sure you're following me on those social media platforms. And then, check out the shop, check out the commissions, and, be here for the next stream. So yeah, that'll be it. But thank you guys so much for being here today, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, chat. Bye-bye.